All right, we're live. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Growth and Evolvement channel. So I wanted to make this video to wrap up the week and share some gems from our mindset classes this week to really start to get you to think about what you want in life and what needs to change for you to achieve that. And I also want everybody to let everyone know about an upcoming masterclass that we have. So stay tuned to hear all the details. So the first thing is really tuning in and asking yourself, what do you really want to see happen in 2026? Like, this is a great time of year for reflection, but also for setting the tone for the new year. You know, before I was seriously into goal setting and goal achieving, I would reflect at the end of the year thinking I could have done better. So rather than reflecting at the end of the year thinking we could have done better, why don't we set the tone to start out better and to continue? And to really start to not accept excuses to prevent our growth. Like, are we accepting only results, or are we choosing to make excuses for why we can't have what we want? And it's interesting that there's a big difference between goal setting and goal achieving. So the first part of goal achievement is clarifying, what do you really want to see happen? And we talk a lot about the wheel of life, like looking at what you want in all areas. We primarily work with entrepreneurs, sales professionals who want to increase their business, but they also have health goals. Okay, health is a first wealth. So mapping out what you want in each area. What do you want to see happen in your career and your business? What would you like to see happen with your health? Where would you like to improve your health? Where would you like to improve your relationships? You know, what area of your life requires a bit more harmony or more order? So really starting to ask these questions. So I want to talk about a couple of things today to really help everybody start to pivot their perspective, because life is really all about our attitude. We're going to be navigating, I'm sure everybody watching this video is navigating something at the moment, some circumstance or situation. And we want to make sure that we don't fall into the attitude of being a victim of circumstances. You are not a victim of circumstances. You have a choice to choose your perception. And also, you have the choice to invest your thought energy in improving your circumstances. We just hosted an event, a mindset event in Saskatoon, and we were talking about the power of thought energy. Your thought energy is incredibly powerful. And the issue with most human beings is they're spending a lot of their thought energy on things they don't want. So recheck in if that's you. Like, how much of your thought energy is spent just ruminating things in the past versus your beautiful future, your goals, what you want to see happen, and what you want to do with your opportunity here. So really starting to ask yourself that, what are you spending your thought energy on, and where could you invest it a bit better? So one of the ways we can invest our thought energy a bit better is as you're navigating something, a circumstance, situation, instead of being frustrated with the circumstances, start to ask yourself some new questions. So what's the lesson in this? What is the universe trying to show me through this circumstance? And as we start to change our perspective, it will change our energy towards that. And with everything, there's a spiritual lesson behind what it looks like in the material world. So you're going through something, and instead of wishing it wasn't there, learning the lesson. I was navigating something earlier this year with a friend, and I was coming back on a flight, and I was starting to, feel a little bit self-pity, why is this happening to me type of questions. And then I just changed my mindset, and I was like, why is this happening for me? And I was listening to a podcast, and it said, perfect timing. It said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better. So instead of wishing that situation wasn't happening, I started to figure out, okay, where do I need to become better? And in that case, it was better communication. So I came back and I addressed the situation with better communication. And really starting to think about, like, what is the circumstance showing you? Is it showing you, what areas is showing you need to improve? Do you need to improve your attitude? Do you need to improve your communication? Do you need to improve your skill set? Do you need to learn more about a certain area or a certain topic? So, that quote that goes, when you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change. So having some appreciation for your circumstances, because that's how we can learn and grow. We learn and grow from the feedback, good or bad. And we want to start to have an appreciation that we're here to grow and evolve. So those are some ideas from the calls this week and just from our classes in general. And I want to ask everyone, I want to finish on this question. We asked it in our group. I'm going to read it to everybody on yesterday. And I want everybody watching this to take the time to actually write it out, because, you know, we all listen to stuff and podcasts and different things like that. You want to start to benefit from them. Like, ideas are great, but ideas applied are even better. So rather than just knowing about something, like knowing it to the point where it's influencing your results in a positive direction. So this is a question for everyone to reflect on, looking back at 2025 and starting 2026 with a new attitude, a new energy, and new standards. So this is one of the questions that we asked our clients. What did you tolerate in 2025 that you are no longer going to tolerate in 2026? Okay, what did you tolerate in 2025 that you are no longer going to tolerate in 2026? And really think about what that is for you. And we have lots of different answers on that. But to start to reflect that, you know, we're all in these hypnotic rhythms. We're doing things repetitively. You know, you might be in a rhythm of not communicating. You might be in the habit of people pleasing. You might be making decisions based on fear, or you might be in the habit of not making decisions. But to really start to reflect, like, what looking back on 2025, what did you tolerate that you're going to change your standards around in the new year? Maybe it was something around your health. Maybe you tolerated okay results with your eating and your exercise, and you want to improve those in 2026. So write that out for yourself. What did you tolerate that you're not going to tolerate? And whatever it is you decided, what are you going to do about it? If it's a health goal, what are your new fitness standards? If it's a business goal, what are your new business standards? So really start to think about that for yourself. And questions are very powerful. So you want to start to ask yourself some new questions to change your thinking and introduce different ideas. And we want to start to be thinking about expansive ideas. So on that note, for anyone that wants a good dose of expansive ideas, we're going to be hosting a masterclass on the 27th, so between Christmas and New Year's, Saturday the 27th from 10 to 11:30 CST, Central Standard Time. So it's a 90-minute workshop, and we're going to be talking all things expansive ideas, expansive energy, and also how can you more harmonize yourself with the laws of the universe to produce better results in your life in all areas. So in your relationships, in your finances, in your career, everything. We're going to be talking about the power of thought energy, the power of gratitude, the power of really the whole power of harmonizing ourselves with the laws, cause and effect, impression of increase, everything. So if any of that sparks some curiosity in you and you want to improve your thinking, we're going to put the link to register in the comments below. Myself and Debbie will be hosting that masterclass on Saturday, 27th. We'd love to have you there, and we'd love to help you really get control of your thinking to start the new year with a positive mental attitude, with an expectant attitude, expecting the best. Like, are you going into 2026 expecting it to be the best year of your life? And that's what we want for everyone, to have our expectations matching what we truly desire. So happy Friday, everybody. Hope you got some value from this. If anything resonated, feel free to type it in the comments. It might inspire somebody else that's scrolling through and might get an idea from what you're sharing. And if anyone has any questions for myself or Debbie or anything about growth and involvement consulting, just drop us a message or reach out to us at any stage. Happy Friday, and we'll see you all soon.